I'm Nathan Poppy, features editor of the Daily Collegian. Today on, we're featuring Sherree Chamberlain, an OSU graduate and all-around stellar singer-songwriter. She lives in Oklahoma City now, but we managed to get her back into Stillwater for her to sing two songs, Summer Heat and Waiting for Something, which you should check out after this interview. We're going to watch that tonight.
This is a mini rifle.
Ow.
I can't even pull the trigger. Oh. Yeah, in the second grade, like the very first concert I went to, there was this guy named Brian Duncan. And he was like, he had on like I remember he had on a purple suit and like these black patent leather shoes, and he like was singing, and it was just like this cheesy like music, and I was like on the front row, and I remember laying in my bed that night and just being so upset, like trying not to cry, because I was like, that's what I want to do with my life, and I'm not old enough, you know. As silly as that sounds, like, I mean, I remember that feeling, just that like sinking, like terrible feeling of knowing like I can't express myself like I want to yet, you know. That's my first ever memory of my first concert, is whenever I realized like, oh crap, that's what I want to do, and I'm only 7. A lot of my songs that are stories are really just like analogies or like metaphors, maybe for something else that I am going through or just where I am at the time. And it's just easier for me to understand something that's happening if I can see it in some type of like physical like explanation, you know, like with nature, like the seasons, you know, I can go, oh, okay, well, this is, you know, so I don't know, in my songs, you know, like I might be telling a story, but really it's kind of me trying to preach to myself or teach me a lesson or make sense of what's going on. I mean, I remember when I first started figuring out I could sing harmony at a really young age, but when I started realizing I had seen some kind of barbershop quartet, and I was like, there's 4 of them, there's 4 of my family. So I made them line up like by height, and I gave them each a note to sing, and like I made us all sing it at once, and it sounded awful. Like it was not at all in tune or anything like that. You know, if I'm feeling a certain emotion or I'm feeling, you know, this certain dramatic way, I get to go up on stage and make everyone listen to me and like have my feelings projected and amplified over like loud speakers, you know. And so that part's awesome for me, because I know that I'm no different than anyone else, and I feel the same things that everyone else feels, but it's just such a release and a rush to be able to get that out and, you know, have it make other people listen to it, you know. I used to not want music to be a job, and I used to not want to work at it and just strictly wait on inspiration and, you know, be all feely and, you know, about it. And now I'm learning that like I should look at it as a job, like I should look at it as a craft, and I should work at it, and, you know, so it's constantly changing, but it's always there, you know. So I decided not to make any excuses for myself. Like I'm not in school anymore. I graduated high school, I graduated college. I've done everything that I use as an excuse, because I mean, I think anyone, you know, is going to hide behind like, well, I want to do music, but I got to go to school first, so I got to do the responsible thing. And so right now, like I'm waiting tables, and I only wait tables like 3 days a week, and then those other 4 days I leave open to just like work. And, you know, sometimes I don't know what that means, and I'll just like sit there and rack my brains about something I can do to, you know, progress musically, like whether that be booking shows or reading up about, you know, this music business or sending my CDs somewhere. Like I don't really know, like I don't know anything. But I'm taking at least a year to learn and figure it out, and just, you know, say yes to opportunities whenever I can, and ask advice from other people, and like actually listen and humble myself enough to learn and remember like I don't know everything. And if I want to progress musically, whether that means like I just become an awesome songwriter that writes songs to my kids whenever, you know, they're like really little, and or that means, you know, I get to be some awesome superstar, you know. I'm just trying to remember like what I'm doing this for, and you know, never be satisfied with where I am.